Is my green firearm license still valid, or am I sitting with an illegal firearm? This is a question that we get asked on a semi-regular basis, and I think that it's going to be a good topic for today's video. So stick around as we have a look at what the law actually says about green licenses in South Africa. Coming to you today from a very rainy Cape Town. We're also sitting on top of a live shooting range, so please bear with me for sound quality. Hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, let's jump straight into it. So the first thing, a little bit of background context. The Arms and Ammunition Act was brought in 1969, and it was replaced by the Firearms Control Act of 2000 in 2004. Now, under the old act, green licenses and ID book licenses were issued. Under the new act, the white license cards were issued. So there was a period where people had to basically hand in their firearms or apply for a new white license. They were threatened and told that they would essentially be in unlawful possession of a firearm if they didn't do this. However, at 99, it was basically deemed unconstitutional, and those green licenses were still valid. A couple of years later, 2009, there was a court case, and Judge Prinsloo basically delivered an interim ruling that, or an interim judgment that states all licenses preceding the white license card, so anything basically issued under the old act, is still valid pending the hearing of the main application. Now, that main application that they were speaking about still has not been heard. It's now 2025, and that is still outstanding. So in short, your green license and all licenses preceding that technically are still valid. There is one or two caveats to this. For example, if you have both a green license and a white license for the same firearm, your white license supersedes your green license, and your green license is no longer valid. So let's say you have a green license and a white license that is expired. Unfortunately, you're sitting with an expired firearm license, which is also not unlawful possession of a firearm, by the way. There are mechanisms to basically get a new, fresh license up to date. That's a topic for another video. So how long is your green license valid for? Well, it's open-ended. The green licenses never received a expiry date. So essentially, your green license remains valid until either the main application is heard, or the police or legislators come with another angle to try and basically deem it invalid. So yeah, until further notice, your green license is still valid. So now that we know that the green licenses are valid, provided that you don't also have a white license for that, well, what do you need to do? Do you just hang back and basically not do anything? Or is there steps that you can take to basically put yourself in a better situation legally? And I'm of the opinion that if you can, try and go through the process of obtaining a valid white license for that firearm. Essentially what you're doing here is you're beating the government and SAPS at their own game. So you are transitioning over to a white license card on your own terms. You're not waiting for somebody else to tell you what to do. You're basically taking it into your own hands, and you're doing it on your terms. This means that you can retain possession of the firearm throughout. You can use the firearm. You can shoot it, you can carry it, you can buy ammunition, you can do whatever you want with it within reason, and you don't have to comply to any other rules or amnesty periods or whatever that the police might put in place to basically deal with that. The reason that we recommend doing that is obviously to avoid any kind of legal complications coming down the road, purely just for the peace of mind that it'll give you, just knowing that you have, out of your own free will, gone and ticked the boxes to put yourself in a favorable position. And also just to future-proof yourself so that you are excluded from any further legal action that might or might not be taken against holders of green licenses. So before we end off, just to wrap it all up, yes, your green license is still valid, provided that you don't also have a white firearm license for that same firearm. We do recommend that you use the transitional period application process to obtain a new valid white license for that firearm. It's just going to help you in the long run. And another thing to look at is joining up with Firearms Guardian. It's a legal insurance product for gun owners in South Africa. We are all paid up members. We think it's a bloody fantastic service. And apart from them defending you for up to 300,000 Rand in court, if you're ever charged for using a firearm in a defensive shooting, you're charged with murder, attempted murder, pointing of a firearm, loss of a firearm, unlawful possession of a firearm, unlawful possession of ammunition. There's a whole laundry list full of benefits. Go check them out. But if you are ever given hassles or legal trouble because you hold the wrong license for your firearm, or you're sitting with an expired firearm, or the police try and hassle you because you've got a green license and they don't know the law and they threaten arrest, Firearms Guardian will be there to sort all of that out for you. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, share, subscribe, all of that stuff. Help us beat the shadow bans. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay safe, carry your guns.